Hi everybody, this is Miss Kirsch and I teach advanced chemistry. And what my advanced chemistry class is a small group of seniors, and it's a college preparatory class. So we take selected topics that they learned last year in Regents Chem and we expand them. And quite often it involves doing some pretty heavy duty math. Not because it's calculus, but because it's applied math. So it's math that goes with the chemistry, which makes it hard, but it's good. Okay. We also don't have a separate lab time with the class, so any kind of experiments that we want to do, we do it just during our regular class period. Okay, so my normal day, the kids come in, I take attendance, I do a warm-up, and then I say, okay, take out your homework. And 99% of the time, the kids stop me right there. Oh, can we do question number 4? I didn't understand it, or I was totally lost. Can you show me how to do this? I don't think I did this right. And I will spend 10 to 20 minutes going over and setting up the problems and answering questions just on the homework, because they understood it when they left and they saw me do it, but when they get out on their own and they try and figure out what to do, it's not that easy. And I'm not with them. They have to do it on their own. It's very difficult to try and Google the answer, or they can call up a friend, but they may not know how to do it. And so really they can't ask any questions until they come back the next day. And that's when they get the help. Now, I have to make sure that they understand what they did the night before we can go on and do the next stuff. I mean, that makes sense. So I will spend a large part of my time with them making sure they understand how to do that homework. Then if I have time, 10 minutes maybe, I'll introduce the new material, and then I have to set it up and show them how to do it. I can tell them what an electron configuration is, but then I also have to show them how to do it. So that takes me 10 minutes at least. And usually I don't get time for a closing activity. I'm throwing their homework at them as they're running out the door. So then they get home and they remembered what I told them and they wrote their notes down, but they go and try and do it and they go, oh man, I don't know how to do this and Miss Kirsch is not here, and so, okay, I'll try it, but when I come in the next day, I gotta ask her these questions. And then we start back over again. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to do something called the flipped classroom. So I want to flip my class. All right, so what I would do is I would actually take this, here we go, this time right here, this 10 minutes, and I would pre-record that new material. And then I would put it in a secure place, and I would say to the kids, okay, kids, you have to go for tomorrow, your homework tonight is to go and watch this video, this pre-recording. And they would have to sit down and they would see exactly what you're seeing. They'd see me, hi, and then they'd see the PowerPoint or the notes in the background, and I'd be able to write on them, doo-doo-doo-doo. And they'd have to take notes just like they would do if they were sitting in my room. When they come in the next day, they will have already seen this part. So I can kind of chop that out and I can change it. So they'll have seen the new material at home, and all they've got to do is just come in and ask me questions on that. So I can quickly review what's on the video, I can answer their questions, and then bam, we can start right in with modeling the new problems and get right in there and get the kids in groups and get them actually working on these problems when I'm right there to help them, instead of sending them home to do it when I'm not there to help them. So my flipped class would look more like this. I'd still have to do my attendance. I would review the recorded material. I'd still have to review it. I'd answer any questions that they asked. And then the remaining time I would have to set up examples of the new learning and to actually work directly with them to do these problems. So the hard part they're doing with me. The easy part, where all they got to do is just watch me talk and write down notes, they do at home. This is the flipped class. It's new, it's kind of crazy, but I think it works really well for chemistry because it involves so much of the calculations part, and that's the part the kids get stuck on. They'd be doing that with me, and the part where I just talk, they can watch that at home. Okay, so here's some frequently asked questions. Number one, what if a student doesn't watch the video? Well, I hate to answer a question with a question, but what if the student doesn't do his homework? There's always got to be consequences. And if the student doesn't do the homework, they don't understand the learning. And if the student doesn't watch the video, then they don't know what we're going to be doing in class. So they're going to quickly fall behind, and there's got to be consequences with that. And I think at this level, I mean, we're talking about seniors, we're talking the second level of chemistry, I think they're going to realize pretty quick that I'm going to get lost awfully fast if I don't start doing my homework by watching the video. Okay, what if a student can't access the internet? Okay. I am going to set my videos up in a secure location, so they can access them here at school. So if they've got a study hall or after school, they can go to the library, they can come to my room, and they can watch the videos then. Or they can go home, and if they have the internet at home, they can watch it on a computer, they can watch it on their smartphones, they can watch it on game stations. Yes, they can access the internet on their Xbox game station. Or any other mobile device, an iPad, you know, whatever kind of pad. It's been my experience that even if you don't have the internet at home, if a teenager wants to get on that internet and view something, they'll find a way. So I think it's more of an excuse than an actual problem. Do I expect student resistance? I really hope not. Right now, my students are programmed to do homework. I give them the homework and they go home, and they're really good, especially at this level, at trying to do it. If they understand that this video is just as critical at providing them information as anything else, I'm hoping that they see the value of it. It's also much easier. I can sit in my living room, I can sit at my computer, all I gotta do is write down some notes, I don't have to have my calculator, and I'm good to go. And then I come back in and I'm exactly where Ms. Kirsch wants me to be. If she talks too fast, I can't imagine anybody would think that. The kid can pause it, they can rewind it. If they go through and they get to the end and go, I'm not sure if I really understood that, they can go back and watch it again. They just can't get enough of me, you know. But all of that is really important because different kids learn at different levels. I would hope that somebody wouldn't fast forward me, but it is possible. Is it more or less work as a teacher? Really, it's probably more work for me because I'd have to sit down and I'd have to create the videos. But if I do that, then what it does is it frees up my time with them so that instead of me just being up there yapping, I am with them and working directly with them. For me, especially with this topic, I think that is a major improvement on my use of time. So I'd really like to try it. Okay, will everything be videotaped? No, I just don't have the time. Plus, I'm still a traditionalist. Okay, I'm not young, I'm not as old as dirt, but pretty close. I still believe in quizzes and tests and laboratories and all that traditional stuff. I'm just trying to find some pockets of time here and there that might be better spent where it's done at home to give me more time with them. And maybe they would watch a video or two videos a week And if I can even do that, that would be amazing. But it's probably not going to be that much. What I can do is I can start building a library. And so that I can have certain subjects saved so that they can go back and view them if they need extra help or if they're absent. There's the thing that kills me. Oh, I was absent for 3 days. Did you do anything? Oh, no, we didn't do anything. Nope, forget about it. There's no excuse. You were home. You get on that interweb and you look it up and you don't have any excuses. So I'm really hoping that this is another tool that I can use to help give my kids the very best that I possibly can. I think that's all I have. I hope that gives you an introduction to the crazy idea that I have. If you have any questions for me, you can call me up here at school. You can flash me an email anytime, and I would be more than happy to talk to you about this. Thank you very much.